The sun had barely risen when Ethan's rusty old truck pulled into the parking lot of the town's only pharmacy. Morning light spilled across the quiet streets, giving everything a soft, golden glow, the kind that made the small town feel almost holy. With a coffee in one hand and his daughter Lily's backpack slung over the other, Ethan moved through his routine the same way he did every day. Drop Lily at school, pick up her asthma medication, grab a quick bite before heading to the construction site. Life had become a loop, simple, predictable, and heavy with memories. Then one morning, everything shifted. Ethan noticed her, a woman struggling to maneuver her wheelchair out of a taxi. Its wheels stuck against the curb. Before he even realized it, he was by her side, lifting the chair gently and helping her onto the sidewalk. She looked surprised, then grateful. Her smile was soft but carried the weight of someone who'd been through more than she let on. A smile shaped by hardship, yet still choosing kindness. After that day, she appeared every morning, always at the same pharmacy, always at the same time. Sparkling coincidences that felt like fate. Sometimes Ethan helped push her up the small slope. Sometimes he picked up the grocery bag that slipped from her trembling hands. She always thanked him in a whisper, then quietly rolled away. It didn't take long before Lily noticed too. "Daddy, that's the same lady every day," she chirped from the truck window. Ethan would just nod, brushing it off, though inside, he felt something he didn't have a name for. A gentle pull. Since losing his wife Emma in a tragic car accident 3 years earlier, Ethan had shrunk his world down to two things: work and Lily. Grief had become the silent weight he carried everywhere, the empty space beside him, each night whispering reminders of everything he had lost. But the woman he kept running into, her presence felt like a small spark in those gray, quiet mornings. Her shy smile lingered in his mind. Her tired eyes felt strangely familiar. Her sadness mirrored something he understood too well. Weeks slipped into months, and while Ethan's routine stayed the same, his heart had begun to wake up again. Little by little, one morning, Lily picked a tiny flower from their garden. "She looks like she needs something happy," Lily said with a grin. When the woman accepted the flower, her eyes filled with tears. "Thank you. You don't know how much I needed this," she whispered. But everything changed on a bright Tuesday morning. Ethan helped her down the ramp as usual, ready for their familiar moment of polite kindness. But this time, she didn't turn away. Instead, she looked at him with trembling lips and tear-filled eyes. You don't remember me, do you?" Ethan froze. Her voice felt like something pulled from a dream he couldn't piece together. I'm sorry," he said softly, confused. She took a shaky breath. 3 years ago, you were the one who tried to save me." The world around him went silent. Suddenly he was back in that storm, the screaming, the twisted metal, the desperate attempt to pull two people from a wrecked car on a rain-soaked bridge. He remembered the man who didn't survive. He remembered the guilt that ate at him for years. The woman in the wheelchair was his wife's. No, she was the survivor from that very crash. "You pulled me out before the car went over the edge," she whispered, tears rolling down her cheeks. "My husband didn't make it, but you saved me." Ethan felt his knees weaken. All this time he had been helping her, unaware she was the woman whose life he had once dragged back from the edge of death. And she had known him from the first day. "I saw you and recognized you," she said, "but I didn't know how to face you. I only wanted to say, thank you. You gave me another chance at life. And watching you with your daughter every morning, it gave me strength to keep going." Something inside Ethan cracked wide open. Maybe he hadn't been helping a stranger all this time. Maybe fate had been guiding them back to each other. "Maybe we were meant to meet again," he murmured, voice thick with emotion. From that moment, everything changed. Her name was Grace, and their conversations slowly grew from shy greetings to long talks about grief, healing, and the strange ways life circles back. Lily adored her instantly, calling her Miss Grace and dragging Ethan to visit her after school. Grace began therapy to regain movement in her legs, and Ethan often accompanied her, walking alongside her wheelchair under sunlit paths, sharing quiet confessions and fragile hopes. One afternoon, Grace stood up for the first time with support. Ethan's hand steadied her, his eyes shining with pride. "You did it," he whispered. She shook her head gently. "No, we did it." Life began to feel warm again. Grace wasn't defined by what she had lost. Ethan wasn't trapped by his grief anymore. Together, they learned that healing doesn't erase the past, it transforms it. As the sun set behind the old pharmacy one peaceful evening, Grace took a few careful steps beside her wheelchair. Lily clapped in excitement, and Ethan felt something in his heart finally settle, like finding a missing piece he didn't know he was searching for. Because sometimes, the people we help without expecting anything in return are the very ones meant to help us heal. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Whispers of Kindness. Your support helps us keep bringing heartfelt stories that remind the world of hope, compassion, and second chances.